Good of a fighter is Batman. Batman is without a doubt one of, if not the most knowledgeable, skilled, and experienced fighters in not only DC, but throughout all comics and even fictional media. There's many ways that you can measure how good of a fighter Batman is, whether it's through the fights he's been in, the opponents he's taken down, the feats he's displayed, the people he's learned from, and what we're going to talk about today, the statements that are made of him. We're going to be looking at the statements that are made about Batman, whether it be narrative or character statements that gauge on how knowledgeable and how good of a fighter he is. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to draw from the source material themselves, which is the comic books. I'm going to avoid using encyclopedias and guidebooks. However, things like the who's who's of DC Comics and the secret files are on the table because they were directly distributed, written, and sent out by DC Comics. They're a primary source as opposed to guidebooks, which are a secondary source. With that said, let's jump into it. Detective Comics, issue number 411. In this issue, Batman is stated as a master of all fighting arts. His superb skill is matched only by his courage. Batman, son of the demon. While training the League of Assassins, it is stated that Batman is the world's most skilled combatant. Detective Comics, annual number 1. In their first meeting between Batman and Lady Shiva says, "The living legend, the man said to be the most skilled, most determined, and most artful fighter in the world." Batman, Secret Files and Origins. In this, it's stated that Batman's seemingly superhuman skill is widely acknowledged that Batman is the most highly skilled fighter in the world, possibly the greatest human fighter the world has ever known. Who's Who of DC Comics, Volume 1. In Batman's bio, it is stated, the Batman is also a master of virtually all known forms of physical combat, which we see in the updated Volume 11. Once again with Batman's bio, it says, Batman is also a master of all known forms of physical combat. In Superman Batman issue number 45, while underwater fighting Atlanteans, King Shark states, "The greatest fighter on Earth. Let's see how you fare under the seas." In Justice League of America, Batman is stated, "Even the world's greatest warrior tires after fighting for days on end." Batman issue number 260. Batman is stated here as a master of unarmed combat. JLA Secret Files and Origins. Batman is stated as a master of every known martial arts. In Batgirl issue number 29. In this conversation between Dick Grayson and Cassandra Cain, Dick Grayson says that there is no nerve strike that Batman doesn't know, which is supported by World of New Krypton issue number 3, where Superman displays his knowledge of pressure points, in which Superman says, "I was taught hand-to-hand combat by Earth's greatest proponent. He also taught me to learn my opponent's weaknesses." In Batman issue number 56, while talking to Bronze Tiger states, "Batman is the best in the world." In Superman Batman issue number 10, while fighting Doomsday clones, Superman's internal dialogue states, "Sometimes I think we forget that before the Batmobiles and Batarangs, he was trained martial artist and versed in nearly every known weapon." In 5246, the backup story gives the origin and breakdown of the Batman, stating that, besides being a master of fighting styles, in Batman Catwoman Gotham War Red Hood, while training in fighting, Jason Todd, the Red Hood, is asked how good Batman was. Jason states he is the best there will ever be. In Nightwing issue number 73, while Barbara Gordon is fighting a brainwashed Dick Grayson, her internal dialogue states Dick Grayson was trained by the best ever. He is Batman's equal, which is supported by Nightwing issue number 59. Although he is an amnesiac, Nightwing, who is now just going by Rick Grayson, is training a new breed of Nightwings, and he states that he was trained by the best there ever was. In World's Finest issue number 22, in this issue, Batman is able to use Kryptonian martial arts to disable and dispatch with Kingdom Come Supergirl. This shows that Batman not only has knowledge on martial arts on Earth, but as well as Kryptonian martial arts. Furthermore, in Batman Offworld issue number 1, which is set in year 2 of Batman, Batman is trained by this punching robot to learn the fighting styles of multiple different aliens on this ship, adding to Batman's resume that he has knowledge, skill, and experience with martial arts and fighting styles from other alien races. So as you can see here, Batman has some of the best statements of knowledge and skill when it comes down to martial arts and fighting capability. He is stated as being a master of all known forms of martial arts, a master of all martial arts, a masterful fighter, a master of martial arts, a knowledgeable fighter when it comes down to Kryptonian martial arts, and knowledgeable in alien martial arts. He's had multiple statements from reliable sources such as Lady Shiva, Superman, Bronze Tiger, Barbara Gordon, Dick Grayson, among many others, to be the best in the world, to be the most artful, skillful, or greatest combatant in the world. In terms of comic book statements in regards to martial arts, fighting skill, and capability, Batman is second to none.